Next one, Theodore Shoebat supports violent vigilante attacks against gay rights activists.
What a shock.
I'm so surprised.
Let me, just so we can focus on the vigilantism question, you said this in your video. When you have the Sodomites coming out to the streets and the Christians come and beat them up, the people who are beating up the Sodomites don't really get punished because the society is so conditioned that way. If there's a law written in the hearts of the people, then the people who are fighting this evil physically with their hands, fighting them, beating them up, those people are not getting into going to get into trouble. So first, I want to make sure I understand. First, do you think that's a good thing that happens, say, in a country like Russia? And then would you like it that America would be, quote, Christian enough that we would do that kind of thing here in America and society would approve of it?
The short answer, I'll give you the short answer. First question, yes. Second question, yes, absolutely. Now to give you the details of that. I have worked with Russians who do these things. I've worked with them. If you look at Shoebat.com, I've interviewed Mila Odekova and another one, another Russian, I forgot his name, that was with her, who do these things. And they go out and they attack the homosexual rallies in Moscow or St. Petersburg.
This guy.
And the
how would he
justification
feel
for this.
if he was if being a Christian was a minority and people thought it would be really funny, you know what? Let's go beat the fuck out of some Christians. That'd be a good fucking time. Let's organize a fucking Christian beating.
That's where America's headed. Mark my
this guy would
words.
endorse this shit, and they talk about so many times. Oh, look in the Bible how much we had to suffer, how much Christians suffer. They were fed to lions by Romans.
It just highlights the absurdity, like, of Christian persecution complex to me. Like, on one hand, they're like talking about how it's great that Christians are so fucking powerful in some places that they actually just get to beat people in the fucking streets, and then in the next breath they talk about how fucking persecuted they are, how Christianity is under attack from every angle. It's absurd.
This actually comes from St. John Chrysostom, where he stated very clearly in his homilies on the statutes. He says here that, I'll read it to you if you want. I desire to ask one favor of you all in return for this address and speaking with you, which is that you will correct on behalf of the blasphemers of this city. And should you hear anyone in the public thoroughfare or in the midst of the forum blaspheming God, go up to him and rebuke him. And should it be necessary, inflict blows, spare not to do so, smite him on the face, strike his mouth, sanctify your hands with the blow. This is the statement from John Chrysostom. Now let me just
Islam, doesn't it?
Now let me just finish this. This is how they deal with things in Georgia, Serbia, Poland, Russia, and they don't.
All places we're dying to live in.
Yeah, I want to move there right away.
Those are some good countries, man. Awesome
Serbia, check out our blown up walls. Check out our hovels. Serbia, look at our poverty. Serbia, Christian conservatives. Yeah, like people are flocking. The tourists are lining up around the block to look at beautiful Serbia.
Have
a great place.
The problems that we have. You yourself have said it. They couldn't even get it passed in the Duma. They tried to get this stuff passed in Georgia. They tried to get this crap passed in Poland. Hundreds of thousands of Poles last year gathered together to fight against these things, and they could not get it passed because the people are so ferocious against this evil.
I've worked with other countries.
Because people believe in human rights? Wow, man, they're fucking crazy. What a bizarre fucking notion. I mean, damn, really?
I wish that America had this
stuff. I've worked with other countries, and by simply presenting the truth to those other countries, that has stopped them, or that has helped influence them to not allow certain laws to be passed by getting a message out without having to resort to violence. But I asked you to answer. You did. How do you feel about the guy in Israel that actually stabbed people at a gay pride event in Jerusalem?
You know what? It's interesting. If you were to live in the time of the Maccabees and you saw Mattathias kill the Jew who made a sacrifice to Jupiter, you would condemn Mattathias. You would say, "Oh, Mattathias, how dare you do such a thing?" I simply asked
you a question.
How dare you do such a thing?
How you felt.
You know, it really doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. They see it as protecting their society from this invasion, and it is an invasion. Now, you told me that you spoke in Peru, if I'm not mistaken. Remember correctly. You went to Peru.
Who's invading?
Now, I remember doing a video.
He's a cunt. Someone should shoot this guy in the face.
Yeah.
I mean,
some people were stabbed to death.
I mean,
it's only because
if he has no problem with violence being inflicted on others, and I have no problem with violence being inflicted on him.
Well, it's only because of the liberal Western values that he's dumping on in this video that he has the right to fucking talk like this. Somebody would probably bash his head in with a fucking brick.
Not too long ago, I think last month, and I showed a video of the Peruvian officers, an LGBT rally in Valentine's Day, where the sodomites were kissing each other in the streets, and they brought in fire hoses and blasted those sodomites and scared them away. Now, I have no problem with that, and Peru is a Catholic country. Now, you said that, well, I
What
go
did
to these
them
countries
kissing
and I tell them
do?
the
Did
truth
it
and
cause a
accept
tsunami?
And I'm not denying that, but
God don't like it.
Then God can stop it at any time.
The what?
If God truly didn't like it, he could stop it whenever, at any fucking time.
Free will, dude.
Then he's giving people free will, then he's allowing it to happen.
Well, we have to. God expects us to use our free will to stop them from using their free will.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't.
It's hard to make a cogent argument against a guy that's literally like advocating for peaceful protesters to be shooed away with fire hoses. Like, how do you even like? It's a self-refuting position to be in. This
That's
guy will
why-
never have.
That's why I just say, like, drop an anvil on him, you know? Like, it's like,
What are we, Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah, fuck Wile E. Coyote, come on. Where is that motherfucker when you need him? Just drop the fucking anvil on this goddamn piece of shit.
Yeah,
fuck the
just call
Roadrunner,
up-
kill this guy.
Yeah,
Dude, the
somebody
Roadrunner
call up
fucking help
Acme.
him.
Call up Acme and order like a fucking thumbtack trap or some shit and just get it over with.
I think this guy should ride the dildo of death.
The dildo of death.
He needs that, what is it, rape bus?
Yeah, he needs the rape bus.